Hello, everyone. I wanted to make this video to talk about my, because I just feel like I can't pretend. Um, I I just don't want to pretend anymore. I don't want to pretend anymore that I'm happy with the way things are. I'm talking about my family situation, my situation in general. My parents are both very immature emotionally, mentally. Um, it's really affected me over the years. It's just getting worse as the older they get, especially both of them. Honestly, it's all of them, even my sisters and stuff. I don't know what's going on, but I have suspicions because my info keeps getting stolen, like credit card info, debit card info. I keep having to replace it all the time. I don't know who's selling it on the dark web or something because it always gets stolen, and I don't know when this is gonna end. Like all this, just this chaos. I don't know when it's gonna end, if it's ever gonna end. And I'm sick of it. I had to say that out loud. My parents fight every time they're together. I mean, thank God my father is never around because if he was around, they would be fighting like they always do when they're together. Yes, I mean fighting, emotionally, mentally, physically, fighting each other. Um, all of us, honestly, it's that bad now. It would be easier to lie and say that it's pretty just lighthearted in what we do because we're joking around or messing around. But no, there's this hatred that I feel, not just in everyone else's heart, but in mine as well. Because I hate. It's always been this way, and I've always hated it. And you know what they say: hate equals hurt. How much you hate someone, how much you feel like you've been hurt by someone, and I feel like I was really hurt by my family and continue to be hurt by them. But and I feel like they really will. They are the type of people to take wise words like that and twist it around to make themselves appear as the victims. Like, for example, they would take those words and say, "Well, I hate you. You hurt me too." Yes, but I didn't. I can say that I didn't intentionally try to hurt anyone, and I will stand by that. I never intentionally tried to hurt someone, and I really do feel like that's what makes me different. I do not want to intentionally hurt people, and I do not hate people just because of the way they look, the way they are, the way they sound, the way they dress, their talents, their attributes, their beauty, even their smarts and intellect. I will never, I've never hated someone for those factors. I've only hated people for the way that they have unfairly treated me. And I've even hated myself for hurting people that I didn't know that I was hurting. And I have hated myself for that. And but now I want to finally just forgive myself for that. And I just want to say that it's never what you think it is, like on the surface. felt stifled, controlled, and manipulated, abused, belittled, harassed. And I felt like there's nothing I can do about it. I've also, my physical health has taken a toll, my mental health has taken a toll. And I have felt like there's nothing I can do about it because nothing lets up. Not just inside the house, but out there and in the world. I feel like I'm being gang, what do you call it? Gang watched, gang stalked. Whether or not people believe me, it's another story. I've had to deal with things that are not mine to deal with. And I just can't express how sick of it I am. I'm sick of it. And even people who I thought had my back have only expressed hatred towards me, have only expressed things that I didn't really need to hear. Maybe I didn't want to hear it, but I doubt that. Like, I seriously doubt that. I've always been willing to learn. I'm willing to open myself up, but just not to the point where I can get hurt again. And perhaps that's the problem, but perhaps I'm not ready. As they always talk about, people I know always talk about respecting people's journeys. Perhaps I wasn't ready, and I tried to force myself to be ready, but I won't hold myself to that because it just feels like putting a limit on me again. It feels like putting a limit on myself again. And if you're asking ready for what, like, just ready to live my life in a more peaceful and happier way. I've tried to be patient. My patience wears thin because it's as if they purposely try to get a reaction out of me. They try to poke me with a stick until I burst out in rage, and then when I finally burst out in rage, they call me the bad guy because I can't handle their manipulation anymore. It's disrespectful, and if they knew how I felt, they wouldn't do it again. Like, if they went through what I went through, they would never put someone else through this again. And I guarantee you that. I guarantee that. The only one who has protected me through this is God. God is the only one who has protected me through all of this. And they don't know that the light inside someone can repel the darkness in someone else. And literally, if your vibration is high enough, people who are in a low vibration can't even come near you. It's science, it's math, it's science, it's proven. And they don't even know this because they work in the dark and they can only work in the dark. I work in the light, and I pray to God to keep me on the right path. So I'm trying to do the best I can. I do feel confused, I do feel tired, I do feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel antsy and restless. But for now, I'm doing the best I can. If you have experiences like this, please let me know. I would love to hear it. Narcissistic families, where a narcissistic family is where everyone is just out for themselves. Any advice? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like taking people's advice. I'm at that point where I don't want to take people's advice anymore. I just want to listen to the voice inside of me for once. And until next time.